so this is one of the assignments that I took in this class. It was an entire campaign for some new product, and I got fossil watches. So when I took this class, I didn't know how to design at all. I didn't know how to Photoshop or do anything. So I used PowerPoint to create these two hats. We wrote with a black Sharpie. We wrote down what makes you tick on a white piece of paper, put it on the scanner, and then like deleted the white with Photoshop or with Keynote. And that's how we made like cool, different typography, different fonts. We wanted to choose a cool font. We couldn't find one, and so we did that way. We didn't know any way else to do it. We just kind of did it. Right? So I took Bill's class, and so here's some other examples. And we had a whole bunch of other work. These are sort of the main pieces. Like, you're going to wear a sporty watch. You're not going to wear a big watch to a business meeting, right? Business meeting watch.
So like say, what if you wear a Rolex to a business meeting?
Yeah, something like that. Although Rolex is really expensive. So thank you, Bill. Bill was awesome. I took Bill's class and realized what I wanted to do. I was like ready to take over the world, right? Like, I want to be a designer, and I want to like do like all these things. I want to design all these cool ads and make these ads for like Fossil and all kinds of stuff. And so this is the building that Bill's class was in. It's called Maui. It's at TCU. Right across the way was the school newspaper called The Skiff. So I went to him and I said, I really like doing this stuff. I really like coming up with ideas and brainstorming and like really liking those ideas and fun with that and everything. And he said, you should go talk to The Skiff. They have an advertising department. They sell ads all day long in the school paper. And they need help designing those ads. So I went over there and told them, I'm not very good at this, but I want to do it. And they said, cool, you got a job. And I started designing ads. So I had no freaking clue what I was doing at all. But I was a designer at a newspaper. So I don't know if you guys read this, so I'm going to read it to you.
I want to sell food, and I want the guy to like fall.
Right. So that's what a client told me, and she gave me the pictures of these 3 UGG boots. And I was like, how do I make an ad look like fall? Like, what does that mean?
Well, you could use a bias of orange, red, yellow to make the colors.
Or you can make.
Wait, is this actually?
Okay, so hold on. This is what I did, which is exactly what you just said. Orange, yellow. I googled fall, and I just got the image search. I was like, oh, leaves. So I just put leaves in the background. And they're like, oh my god, this is awesome. It totally looks like fall. Well, I didn't know how to make something look like fall, so I just searched for it on Google. So the next thing is, I want the text to curve around the football in a corner.
You could just make it the oval-shaped football. Like you could break the text.
There you go. So I have no idea how to make curvy. You guys know how to make curvy text? I didn't know how to make curvy.
I did.
We can use that in Microsoft Word.
Oh,
And another thing is that
you guys are definitely have a big head up on me. Like I had no idea how to do this. So all I did was how to curve text in Photoshop. And look, there's step by steps on how to do it. Like I got this job without knowing how to do anything. And I just learned on the job because I was like Googling stuff. And they were totally good with that. So this is my lesson number 1. Just Google.
wait, first, a quick disclaimer. Don't just Google. Not that really all the time. Because Google has fake information in it. Like that's what you don't.
Well, that's some people because they troll around. They lie to you.
I think that for like 95% of the things you Google, you can find an easy answer on it. But for some things, like more complicated things, like if you want to know about politics, like that, there's going to be some misinformation with it. But no one's going to like try and lie to you about how to make a curvy text or yeah, sure. So that's my whole point. If you don't know how to do something, like just say yes, I'll do that for you, and figure it out later. You can just Google it and figure it out. So life lesson number 1. All right. So moving on to more of my direction. Use this photo of a hair model. Make the photo as large as possible. So the photo that they gave me, was like of this dude with black hair and a black background. And I was like, what the heck am I going to do with that? Like, it's a hair salon, and you can't even see his hair. So I just put it in a corner and made it all black and white text. And I just Googled, like lesson number 1, I Googled hair salon magazine ad. And I found all these ads with these like curvy super things that's really top. And I just threw it in there, and I found some cool text, and I put it in there, and they're like, "This is awesome, bro." Well, they wanted me to use that photo. They were like, "See, I can't. If I had like budget for a photo shoot, I would have gone and like got it done and taken a photo, sure. But they said use this photo, and I mean, again, I'm like working for a school district, not like a publication kind of budget for that, so all on budget, right? So I did this, and they said they loved it. So it ended up working out, just because I kind of did my own thing and asked for forgiveness, not for permission. Right? So we'll come back to that in a minute. But another request. We need to add an ad to promote Tech Reply Back. That's the only direction that I had at all. So I just Googled it and just 3 months ago. It kind of worked out, right? So there you go. Here's another one. It should say 7 seconds. From the time it took you to read this, most employers will have already made up their mind about it. And I want a picture of a boss who's judging someone who's coming in for a job interview. So yeah, you can do that, but that's a really specific image, right? Especially if it looks like this, or with it, honestly, I don't know. I gave them what they wanted, just like with all these. I gave them like 2 options. Option A, this is what you asked for. This is the other solution they came up with. No photo at all, but that's the whole point. It's all about reading, how long it takes you to read it. In 7 seconds, boom, I read it in out of the door. So they went with this one. That's all they wanted. So that's life lesson number 2. Oh, sorry, one more. I want to use this photo of flowers in the vase, and I want to say, you know she wants it. So I
put
got
them in
this.
the dark corner, but then like shine a bright light on it. Like shine a bright light on it. Like put it in darkness, and then like dark background, bright light, make them very pop, like make the colors pop.
Hold on. You're going in the direction that the client wants you to go. They say, I'm selling flowers. I want you to show them the flowers, right? But when you buy flowers, do you buy flowers for flowers, or do you buy flowers for a person, right? There you go. So, and the vase that they use is really. So I said no to the vase. I put it in the corner off the screen, and I put the picture of the person that you're buying flowers for. And they totally loved it. So I wish I had the original version of like the one that they wanted, but that's the one that they wanted. And at the time, I did not know how to cut something out of, cut out the background and make a photo look through a bullet. I just Googled it, just like lesson number 1, right? So that's like lesson number 2. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. If there's something that you want to do, and you're worried about, like, do I have the authority to do this? Do I have the permission to do this? Just do it. And then if someone says, why did you do that? You're like, because I wanted to. Probably if I wanted to. So trust yourself. That's sort of the purpose. Does anyone know who this is? I'll give you a hint. He's a really famous artist. Super famous. He's dead now. His initials are PPP.
Oh.
Anybody?
I thought you were going to talk about a graffiti artist. Peter Piper. There's one graffiti artist I remember.
This is Pablo Picasso. You guys know Picasso?
Oh, Picasso, yes.
Yeah. So Picasso was. You don't know Pablo Picasso?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Here, let's go.
I have to look right here.
I'm Picasso.
I can look.
Yeah. Well, we're going to look at some of the artworks. Right? Weird faces. He's famous for this like funny, this alternate style, right? He said all great artists steal. Yeah, that's a quote he has. Isn't that crazy?
So that's the reason why.
Good question.
That's the reason why people like that.
No, he's it's because he's Italian.
Oh, that's me.
Sorry.
So here, we're going to go back to some more examples, and I'll come back to your questions. Okay. So we need to get people interested in working with you. That's some more client direction, right? So this is what I did. So
Teachers require interruption at this time. If you have students that transition to a second activity, please go ahead and let them make that transition. Also, don't forget to take attendance. Abigail, por favor, de oficina principal. Abigail, a la oficina principal.
Come on, throw it off.
No, he was clapping for you.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to bunch.
So that's what it says. See the bottom, a little bit opportunity. Pull this add up to the light. So you go like this, you're like, I'm a little bit opportunity, right? Everybody thought I was a genius, but I stole the idea from someone else. So hold on now. Stealing ideas isn't. So I told you earlier, like I found out what I wanted to do, and I wanted to be in advertising, I wanted to be in design, right? So I started subscribing to a bunch of email lists that were like, the top 3 video advertisements for the month, the top 3 print ads for the month. Yep.
How still if you're making your own idea?
That's exactly right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
stealing an idea isn't really that bad unless you don't get credit for it or unless you're trying to get money off of it or something like that, right? So like a song, like artists sample all the time, right? You hear like songs recycled over, bits and pieces of the song recycled over and over. I'm recycling this concept of an ad, but I'm not recycling any of the content. I'm not trying to sell whatever they're selling. Like this is actually for recycled things. It's like recycle the correct thing. It shows you all this stuff that someone recycled. They extra hit and show you these are all the things, all the black sponsored things that are not recyclable that people threw in the recycle bin. So same concept, but I took the idea, but it's not a bad thing because I just applied it. So it's all good, right? So here's a great idea on how the designer of this logo and how he created it.